Camera woes. Yeah, camera woes. Had enough of them. Yeah, so camera woes. Had a few of those over the last couple of weeks. Now, if I was really cynical, I might suggest that certain camera companies have brought out a new model, and all of a sudden the model I had from before starts playing up. Oh dear. Nothing would surprise me in this day and age. My Wahoo's just updated itself, but that's a new one, so hopefully nothing will go awry on this particular ride. 5:30 in the morning. Everything seems to be there. Somehow it's got my beats per minute at 71. I'm not quite sure I did that. Maybe my watch has started itself. It does happen sometimes actually. I've got a silicone cover over my Garmin watch, and yeah, I do find that it pushes buttons sometimes. But no, apparently my BPM is 71 and it's not moving, so I don't know where it's getting that from. Does it see me? Of course not. Come on, get on with it, mate. Honestly, like I wasn't wide enough that you can see in the mirrors. Ah well. He got on with it just enough, didn't he? Which, let's be honest, is good enough. Legs are still a bit cold. I mean, it's been all downhill. Well, okay. Initially a little bit of uphill where the bus was. But that's a long downhill through there. So it's not really warmed up yet. Yeah, so camera woes. No Tuesday video for us this week. Julie's GoPro, for the second time in its life, decided to record no audio. Everything was connected. Everything looked good. Audio meter bouncing up and down. But yeah, no audio. I have spoken about it before. The only other time it's done that was when we rode over Pouge Mayor. And that video didn't come out either, because what do? Put a voiceover over it? Or yeah. We're not serious YouTubers, as you know. Let's say half-hearted amateurs. So I'm afraid, with life the way it is at the moment, when things like that happen, it basically means no video. Now, in the future, that may be slightly different, obviously. We're coming up to a stage in our life where there'll be a lot more time and things like that can be fixed. In fact, there's coming a time where we could just go out and ride again. That's better, starting to warm up now. About 2 degrees C. A little bit of dampness on the roads, but I don't think there'll be any ice. What have we got behind? Nothing. No hand signal required. So, while we're out, let's address a few comments, shall we? I really find the comments interesting because everybody's experience of cycling, using the roads, what have you, always conjures up different thoughts and stuff like that, I'm sure. And we all have different opinions. And it's one of the things I love about the comments, you know, understanding other people's reasons for doing things. And I suppose I should start by saying I've always been an outside sort of person. I don't like being cooped up in the house. Doesn't matter what the weather is outside. I need to get out from time to time. Yeah. Most of my life has been spent outside, I guess. It's something I enjoy. I enjoy feeling the elements around me. Runner ahead. Dressed in orange. Can only see them when they're under the light, which is lucky because this is street lit. The reflectives would be good, wouldn't it? Because you got headlights and my light and that coming down here. Anyway, you know how I feel about that. yeah, everybody has a different experience. And yeah, outside is definitely best for me. I mean, I suppose part of it is that, you know, outside is free. Is it? No, of course it's not. You still got to buy the bike and the clothes and the, you know, the coffees and the cakes and all the other bits. So no, of course outside isn't free. But I suppose outside isn't always available, which is a downside, where indoor training and, you know, whichever platform you want to be on, that's all down to your time, isn't it? You can go on that whenever you're available. I have to marry up my availability with, you know, outside being available, if you like. I suppose weather being the biggest one. Also, time of day. If the only time of day I had to go out was in rush hour, that would be a very different ride, wouldn't it? I don't mind rush hour. I don't mind taking on the traffic. I'm still here. So this is something I've done in the past. These days I don't choose to quite so much. But if needs be, I'll do it. I think the road rules actually in the UK especially are quite good. I know there's idiots out there. Sometimes people think it's me that's the idiot. That's fine. Again, everybody takes a different experience from road use. And I suppose on a bike it's easy, isn't it, to be fully aware of what's going on around you, how wide a gap is, how far you are away from something. You can pretty much see to the inch everything in front of you. With radar and a quick head turn, you can definitely hear and understand what's going on behind you. But I don't think you can do that in a car. You know, it's a big box. You can't see to the inch where the corners of your big box are. But of course you have this sense of safety because you are in a big box. Nothing behind me. Go straight on the line. Yeah, somebody just came out of Kinston Road. All good. Again, I think the social side, I understand in this day and age of Teams, mobile phones obviously, video messaging, we're used to being sociable from afar. But again, I'm not used to that. Not because I've shied away from it, but because I've never needed it. until the last year or so, 18 months, we always met up with people for rides a couple of times a week, in the evenings, you know, in real life. Now, of course, that's dropped away when I started doing longer hours. Bad weather came, when the evenings rides were getting called off. Just got out of the habit. And then, of course, Julie's illness, and it killed that. So I do miss the social side of things. But again, we're heading into the next part of our lives where that will probably change. There'll certainly be no excuses for not going on evening rides anymore. Right. No, we're good. Car behind's miles away. They're nowhere near the roundabout. Again, no need for hand signals. Right, is he going to try and squeeze through? I hope not. Thank you. Right, hopefully they got the point of what was going on there. And I was actually in the middle of the road holding them up on purpose. Apparently my heartbeat is still 71. I wonder where it got that from. Oh dear. Nothing behind. Yeah, around we go. Don't have to worry about this corner too much, nothing behind me. Trying to keep it steady today. Got out a little bit earlier. Try and do a few extra miles. I still don't feel like I'm doing enough. Now I know I'm doing more than some and less than others, so I'm not making any comparisons, but I really miss the sort of 100k constant pedalling sort of rides out through Dorset that we used to do. You know, I think that's something that I quite enjoy. I know others like to go looking for hills and intervals, segments, things like that. That's not me. I ride up hills because they're in the way of where I want to get to. However, they add a bit of variety too, don't they? So, even though I like the reasonably flat, I could have got on the bike path there actually, but I've gone through, but no need. So one of my favourite rides for fitness, let's say, is out to Dorchester. It's flat, lots of pedalling, very little in the way of junctions. Sorry, I turned my head to look behind then, you probably didn't hear that. Yeah, very little in the way of junctions, so it is constant pedalling. And I can vary it a little bit. Yeah, I can vary it a little bit and it's still much the same. Very similar figures, as it were. As a 100k route, it's great for training, if you want to call it that. Of course, one of the biggest problems with riding around town is all the lights, the junctions and other things. You get out into the countryside in Dorset, you haven't got to worry about any of that. Now I understand country roads are the least safe to ride on. Okay, let's look at that. So, motorways, as we've discussed before, are the safest roads, designed to be fast and to get you from one place to another very quickly with minimal disruption and yeah, minimal obstacles. All you've really got to do is avoid the other people on the road. Don't got to worry about pedestrians, bicycles, slow motorbikes, horses. Yeah, just watch where you're going, be aware of what's going on around you, and you've got a very, very, very high chance of getting where you're going without incident. So the next one, around town. Urban, lots and lots of obstructions. However, much slower speeds, a lot more in the way of crossings and signs and warnings. So, slightly more dangerous driving around town the motorways, because you have to be constantly aware of what's going on around you and just assume anything can come out of anywhere at any time. And then of course you have what we do, country lanes, where the speed limit is much higher. Very few warnings. Sight lines are often not very far ahead. And yeah, you shoot around the corner, you could come across anything. Peloton of cyclists, a herd of cows, you know, goats that have escaped. And they are statistically the most dangerous roads. Now, of course, statistics are a bit rubbish really, aren't they? Because in the real world, country lanes, well, in our sort of, nothing there, yeah, in our experience, especially around Dorset, they are literally empty. Not all country lanes in all parts of the country are like that, of course. Whenever we ride anywhere except Dorset, I'm always surprised at the amount of traffic country lanes carry. Not huge amounts, but we notice a difference. Even in the summer, and Dorset is a holiday destination, remember, but even in the summer the cars stick to the main roads. The back lanes are just empty, local traffic only, and there's not even that much of that because the villages and hamlets and that in the countryside of Dorset have just got so few people in them. Stand clear. Let's go. Okay, I'm going to keep the light low actually. We come down here often enough, don't we, to be confident of the surface. Of course, as the cars come down, they sort of light the ground as well, so you can see shadows of any obstacles. Busy. I guess it's that 6 o'clock run, isn't it? Probably calm down after this. It's 5:58. Heart rate still 71. Seven miles in. Yeah, so I was up early today. 4 o'clock I woke up. Got out of bed about 25 past. And yeah, the road bike wheels, tyres, tubeless, haven't had any attention for a while. So I took half an hour just to top up the sealant go round them with a cloth, check for any sort of new splits, and yeah, they all look good actually. Oop, wrong gear. But still moving forwards. That's what matters, isn't it? Right, so, oh, he's in a hurry. We have to assume all these people are late for work because it's 6 o'clock dead on. Right, feels warmer. I don't know if I'm warming up or if it is warming up. It's been bitterly cold actually last couple of days. Biting wind. But okay, winter gear on. Yeah, not too bad. There we go. Number 87. These are at the top. Yeah, so this bike path was one of the first I ever rode along that had the give way lines back behind the path. I think drivers got there in the end. I was certainly very wary for quite a long time, and because of that I sort of made allowances. Right, let's go. Nothing behind. Yeah, I mean, I do prefer to be over here, to be honest. Feels much safer. A bit different in the other direction because, of course, it's uphill. You're going much slower. Right. Yeah, we're good. Nothing around. Okay. Yeah, so this bike has had its tubeless top up. Everything looks good. I must get round to looking at the gravel bike. I've been a bit lazy with that kind of thing with the bikes. They're getting cleaned and they're getting lubed and looked after. There's no problem there. But yeah, I've been a little bit slow, let's say, to stay on top of the tubeless. I suppose not getting, well, is cocky the right word? It might be. I'm sort of feeling really confident in the setups that we have, and they do seem to always seal. Yes, we do need plugs from time to time. You see that in the videos sometimes. It was the same on Sunday. I had a hole just to the side of the tread, so not at the bottom, and it was quite deep, as it turned out, quite big, so that just plugged it, went down, blew it back up and just shook the sealant into where the plug was, and then it was perfect for the rest of the ride. So on a day like Sunday, when it's very cold, I was really thankful of the tubeless setup. That would have been nasty, trying to take the tyre off and put a tube in and mess about, yeah, in that temperature. Right, I'm going to indicate because there is one behind me. There we go. Right, there we go. Oh, that's better. So there was a situation. Lorry closing quite quickly, but I signalled, moved out, went round. He accelerated, went down the inside of me. I mean, I was a good way around the corner before he actually passed behind me. But I guess for some people that would be quite a scary situation. I'll admit I was a bit late indicating I should have done it earlier. However, he was still in plenty of time. There's no horns, no brakes. He just carried on beyond me. You know, if I'd have stayed, indicated and stayed over thinking he was too close to get across, that could have been very dangerous. Sometimes you just have to be positive. So I think that was definitely a mistake on my part. I left it too late. However, executed it in a way that I didn't hold anybody up or give anybody except myself. Not a nasty moment, but just the feeling that I could have done better. And I think that's the thing. A lot of people, when they're out on the bikes, all other road users are the enemy. Sometimes you've got to take a look at yourself and just say, well, yeah, maybe I didn't quite get that right. And of course that happens all the time on the road. None of us are perfect. It's also one of the things I like about being out on the road. It's always a learning experience. Even when you think you're confident and you get it right most of the time, which I do believe that. Others may disagree, but there are still times where you don't quite get it right, and those are learning experiences. Okay, let's go up to Upton. There's no future in going off-road on this bike today. Trails are very sloppy at the moment. We did it was a 40-mile ride on Sunday. You know, the video you're not going to see. There's nothing you haven't seen before. It's just around the New Forest with friends. Seven of us. Good turnout for a cold winter's ride. And about 41 miles, I think. Julie will be able to tell you. I don't really take much notice of these things. But yeah, it's sloggy. It was hard. Definitely knew we'd ridden by the end of it. Yeah, Julie was struggling at the end, but fortunately the last bit of the ride was road and flat back to the car, and yeah, so she was okay. She perked up a bit towards the end. We had hot coffee waiting for us in the car, and yeah, dry robes. You see, I'm not sure about dry robes. They're for swimmers and surfers, aren't they? But yeah, Julie certainly enjoyed the comfort of getting wrapped up at the end of the ride, having a chat, not worrying about getting cold. So, you know, no complaints. Probably a good purchase. But yeah. Is it okay for cyclists to have dry robes? I mean, we're damn well going to use them. You know, they cost enough, don't they? Cost far too much to buy and not use. So I'm saying it is okay for cyclists to use dry robes. There we go. Hit the wrong button. Cool. She was brave. Very short shorts. Yeah, but you see, and this is the thing about not doing enough miles. Julie's out riding once a week, doing a really hard sloggy ride, and it is hard. I'm feeling it as well, because I feel like I'm just doing 15-20 miles at a time, and then going out and do a really sloggy 40 to 50 mile ride. It's hard. I'm not used to it. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to the lighter mornings, maybe the odd sunrise coming up, and getting in the early morning 40-50 mile rides. Just nice and easy. Keep pedaling. Zone 2, if you like, seems to be the thing, doesn't it? Though actually, you don't hear much about Zone 2 anymore. I think that was a summer thing, wasn't it? Just to get people out riding their bikes. But yeah, get some extra miles under the wheels, the extra saddle time. I mean, what we got now is 7 weeks to Mallorca, as we are at the minute. we're really not in a state where we're going to take advantage of that. Now, we don't have to be the fittest we've ever been, obviously. However, it'd be nice to take advantage of the fantastic roads and views and weather and enjoy it. And of course, everything's a little bit more enjoyable when you're fitter. So, not looking to be the fittest we've ever been, but Julie especially needs to be upping her miles. Not upping the miles, that's not right. Riding the bike more often. At this point of her recovery, it doesn't matter how far, you know, 10 miles here and there in the week, 15 miles, push it up to 20 sometimes, would be a really good thing. Now, I have thought about maybe retiring a month early. And I do have that opportunity if I want it. The whole reason for retiring at the end of March was tax-based, financial. And cut everything off for the 23-24 year. Sorry, 24-25. And get a whole new tax allowance kick in. But in truth, I could just finish a month early and just leave the investments and what have you where they are for that month and do that anyway. And ultimately, in the end, it probably wouldn't make any difference in the long term. Well, it definitely wouldn't. But in the short term, it could be a very nice opportunity, an extra 4 weeks to get some miles under the wheels, seat time, and get ready for Mallorca. Now, I can't believe I'm actually saying that, because I would always consider myself a leisure cyclist, I suppose. I don't think I am. I don't think I quite fit that. But I wouldn't consider myself a serious sort of, I don't know, pseudo-pro type PR chasing and all the other things sort of cyclist. Hey. So for me to be saying I might take a month off work to get fit for Mallorca, it don't quite sound right. There's one back there somewhere. And you see his headlights. Yeah. Right, I'm going to, yes, 50-50 here. I'm going to take this way because unless this car behind me wants to go straight on, that straight on never changes. And he didn't, so we made the right decision there, I think. I think it's the first time I've hit the brakes, isn't it? Or come to a stop. yeah, it's a very strange for me to say, should I take an extra month off? Now, you know, we can look at it from a different point of view, can't we? Not strange for me to say, should I take a month off to ride my bike? Yeah, I mean, that's me all over. I'm happy with that as a statement. But yeah, take a month off to train for Mallorca. Wow, that's different, isn't it? How often have I said that now? Twice, 3 times? Still feels odd every time I say it. Yeah, we've been looking at the Altea sort of Benidorm area as well. Now I know a lot of people go there for cycling. The World Tour teams obviously use it for training. I feel that is more for the serious cyclist. You know, so it's just a thought. Maybe not in the future. We'll see. Right, let's get on the bike path. I think everything's going to be left from here, so until we get up to the main lights. Okay, let's go. Now I could go on the road because I can get onto the crossing, but I can also go round to the station and cross there, so while I'm enjoying the pedalling, I think I'll just keep going. Oh, hello, head's ahead. Meow. Bloody cyclists, they come from nowhere. Right, how are we doing? I don't know what this lot are doing. It's all red, they're all stopped. Let's go. should you? Okay, there we go. I keep thinking to myself I'm going to talk about the tyres, and then I stop myself because I've only got good things to say, and you know what that brings, don't you? You know what's going to happen if I do that. In fact, I feel like I've already gone too far. Yeah, I've probably said too much already, haven't I? So let's go all in. Yeah, so still on the agilist, agilist, whatever you like. Panna racers. These are not the Dura version, so I really only expected them to last a summer. I was warned about. Oh, that's a bit crap, isn't it? You can't get on the bike path there, it's not a drop curb. Wow. Anyway, yes, I really only expected them to last a summer, and yeah, with the roads and the grit you get on the roads in the UK, potholes, etc. Certainly didn't expect them to last the winter as well, but actually they've been really good. I haven't felt like I've had to shy away from any sort of routes, not based on the tyres anyway. They're 30 millimetre, they blow up to about 33 on these rims. These are the Primavera rims, 56 mil deep, and slick. They have no tread. I don't know if that makes them faster or not, grippy or not. I've had no problem with grip for sure. I think with the way my fitness has been yo-yoing over the last year, there's no way of knowing whether they're faster or not. And let's be honest, unless you're one of the top 1% pro cyclists, you probably couldn't tell the difference anyway. I certainly couldn't. But I do like them. Yeah, let's say I am very satisfied with them at the moment. Now, I don't know how far they've worn down. There are still some remnants of what I consider to be the wear marks. So they've not done bad, even with my weight on them. We found gravel. Oh my god, there's all sorts going on. Oh, it's a runner and a dog. Okay. Right, bike, runner, dog, I think, second runner. Yeah, well done. All good. Yeah, so when I think back about tyres I've had before, even the Specialized Roubaix tyres, as much as I like them, as comfortable as they were, look at that runner, pitch black, dressed in black. Anyway, as much as I like them, they're comfortable, grippy. Oh, right, okay. I could hear shouting, but it's somebody shouting at their dog. Yeah. They weren't as robust, or didn't work out to be, or turn out to be as robust as these. No, I'm not going to say that's a recommendation in any way whatsoever, because of course sometimes it's just down to luck, isn't it? It's actually very close. I found that the Roubaix didn't seal as easily, but that could just be down to me being better with the tubeless setup that I've got now, and maybe the sealants have improved. But over the year, what was it? It would have been 21, 22. I was using the Roubaix tyres, I think, and yeah, as much as they were great, they didn't really last as well as these do. Right, that's a dog on a collar, but not on the lead because the owner's nowhere near, so I'll stick to the road, I think. I made the wrong decision there, didn't I? The dog was walking back to the car. So, but there we go. Here we go. Is that second stop of the ride? 16 miles in. Not done too bad, have we? So many of these throttled e-bikes around now. Now I think that's part of the problem of highlighting a problem. Once you highlight there's a problem and these things exist, people are like, oh yeah, I'll fancy one of them, you know. Or your mate goes, oh yeah, I've got one of them. That's the one I ride into work, come and have a look. You know what I mean? It's that thing, isn't it? You say don't do something, it just makes it so tempting to do it, doesn't it? Not so many heart palpitations today. Sort of stayed away from pushing too hard, hills, that sort of thing. Actually on Sunday I didn't really get them till after the ride when I was recovering. But I'm definitely waking up blocked and running in the morning. Seems to clear through the day, which is quite nice. So I don't know if that means I'm fighting it off or if it means it's still on its way. It does mean my gloves are getting washed often,